I'm NGE and I'm a fifth grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I'm here with Senator Glenn Mackay, Senate District 15, representing Airport, Pearl Harbor, Hickam. So, Senator Glenn Mackay, what is your goal for this legislative session?
I have two main goals, Andrew. One is to keep Hawaii safe. Unfortunately, we saw fires that ravaged Maui in August of last year. We have to make sure that that never happens again. So we have to make sure that government has the right people making the right decisions. A lot of our grasses around the island are dry, so we make sure that it's called vegetation, clearing that so that that's not something that burns. We need to create a fire marshal. We need to make sure that our electrical system, which was the cause of the Maui fire, is called resilient. So make sure that there's a lot of different pieces that we learned, unfortunately, from that tragedy that we need to take care of legislatively this year. Something that's a little bit more positive and exciting is actually by Hickam Elementary, and that's the new Aloha Stadium. For 4 years now, we've had no big venue in the state of Hawaii in which to get entertained. The stadium closed down in 2020 due to safety issues. But we finally are going forward with moving towards a new stadium, and not just a stadium, but an entire entertainment district. So the stadium itself will be at the center point of this 98 acres. It's going to be surrounded by hotels, housing, shopping centers, you name it. It's going to be supporting the excitement there at Aloha Stadium. So those are the two big issues I'm going to be tackling this year: is safeguarding the public from future fires, and then creating a dynamic entertainment district right by Hickam Elementary.
How are you gonna make the plants get vegetarian or grow?
Well, we have a problem with a lot of dead plants, dry brush that then become easy to spark. It's harder to burn a green blade of grass than it is a gray or brown dried out piece of grass. So we're going to make sure that either one, we make it where there's agriculture going on there. So it's not just sitting there as kind of dead grass. So we're going to put either farming activities on that land, or if we don't have an opportunity to do that, we're going to make sure that we cut the grass back so that it's hard to get a fire on dirt. But if we can get rid of all of the dry brush, then we have less opportunity for wildfires.
Is there anything else you want to tell our audience about?
I love Hickam Elementary, and thank you for participating and teaching us a little bit about civics.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure, Andrew.
I'm Andrew G, and you're watching Gallo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha.
Aloha, I'm Lily Zachary. I'm a sixth grader at Hickam Elementary School, and this is Youth Capital Commentary. And today I'm here with Superintendent of Schools, Keith Hayashi. So Keith, what brings you to the Capitol today?
Well, Lily, we're here with all of our leadership team. So myself, the assistant superintendents, the deputy superintendents, we have complex area superintendents, and even some principals are visiting with our area legislators and really introducing ourselves to them, and really being sure that we're able to build a strong partnership, because we are very fortunate that we have legislators that support our schools and all of you, especially at Hickam Elementary.
And how are you going to build a strong partnership?
Well, we want to share with them the things that are going on in our schools, the wonderful things that our students are doing together with our teachers and the rest of the school community. Because remember, we're working towards getting our students to be globally competitive and locally committed, right? And I know Mr. Wetzel at Hickam Elementary does a lot to move our students in that direction. I remember visiting Hickam and seeing the wonderful programs that you have there. And I think when I went there, there was some an event going on outside, but it really brought together parents and students and the whole school community. So I'm very proud of the work that all of you are doing at Hickam. So keep it up, because you're doing a great job.
That's so cool. And is there anything else that you'd like to say to our audience?
Well, again, all of you at Hickam Elementary, you do a wonderful job. Keep it up. Globally competitive, locally committed students. That starts in the elementary schools. It starts with opportunities like this in partnering with Olelo, that we can provide our students in partnership these opportunities like you're having here today. It's so wonderful to see you here at the Capitol, because I know in the future I may be watching you on TV, on the news, and the rest of you may be here at the legislature. really making a difference for our communities. And that's really important that we give back. So thank you for all your effort and all your work.
Thank you, and thank you for your time. I'm Leah Zachary, and this is Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Wake Gandy from Hickam Elementary, and you're watching Alelo Youth Capital Commentary. And today I have here with me is
Sonny Ganadin, State House Representative for District 30, which includes Lower Kalihi, Pearl Harbor, and Hickam, where you go to school.
How's your day?
Thank you so much for asking. It's kind of busy here at the state capitol. Today is the opening day, which historically here in Hawaii means a lot of people come to the Capitol and they lobby. So they ask for specific things from their state lawmakers. They do a lot of meeting and greeting where they chat with other advocates and other members of the government. So I really spent the whole day interacting with people and hearing about their various issues and telling them about the things that I'm going to be working on this legislative session.
What are your goals for this legislative session?
Well, thank you so much for asking. There are several that are coming up as a result of the unfortunate tragedy that happened in Lahaina. So a lot of young people about your age were displaced as a result of those fires. And so here at the legislature, we are really concerned about making sure the kids get back to school appropriately, that their parents can find work, and the number one thing, that they continue to be able to find housing. So there's a lot of bills having to do with that and continued management of our land so that we don't see more tragedies like that. For us here in Hickam and Kalihi, we have something to celebrate. We are grateful to the United States Navy for closing down the Red Hill fuel storage facility. So that was a real big problem for the last bunch of years, and we didn't want to see more people essentially get poisoned. So it took a lot of money from the federal government, a lot of meetings to make sure that we did that and make sure that people don't get hurt again by drinking bad water. I have a few responsibilities here at the legislature. Those include having to do with the justice system. So my other job is I'm a lawyer. So I represent people in court. You know, I wear a suit and I have to talk before a judge. And I work with kids too, about your age and a little bit older. And so I've got a bunch of bills having to do with making a safer justice system, making sure that once people have served their time, you know, everybody makes mistakes. They can find a job and find a house. And when kids have interactions with the justice system, that the justice system isn't punitive, which is, you know, like mean to them unnecessarily, but instead works on their rehabilitation. So those are the things that I'm working on.
How are you going to make sure kids go back to school appropriately?
Wow, thank you so much for that follow-up. I mean, there's only so much the government can do, to be honest. You know, we hope that a lot of parents are out there are just as good as your parents, you know, in preparing you to be such a professional young man and asking me these kinds of questions. But supporting parents to support their kids, that's what we're going to be trying to do. And also making sure that schools get the funding from taxpayers that they need. So you go to a good school that has good roads leading to it, that your teachers get paid appropriately, that, you know, you have a nice, safe place to learn and to grow up as a young person here in Hawaii.
That's a great answer. Anything else you want to say to the audience?
Thank you so much for joining us here today. This is your government. So don't feel like, you know, you're meeting these people that aren't part of your community or part of your hometown. You're part of the government too now. So there are historically, they created in the Constitution, when they created America, 3 parts to the government. So the legislature, which I'm a part of, the judiciary, which is like the judges and the lawyers, and then the executive, where there's the governor here in the state. But then they called it the fourth estate. You know what that is? That's what you're doing. That's the press, the media. You're like you're like the public. You're the voice of the public, and what you're doing is just as important as what I'm doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Wade Gandy from Hickam Elementary, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary. Aloha, I'm Sophie Hassan Spear from Hickam Elementary School, and I'm a fourth grader. Today I'm here with Senator Tim. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. It's been a long day, but we're doing pretty well. Thank you.
So, what is your goal for this legislative session?
Well, again, we have to talk about, going into this session, we have to talk about Maui and the tragedies we had there. With that, we have to talk about recovery and rebuilding. And we're talking about the actual rebuilding, the structures. We also have to rebuild the economy, rebuild the workforce, and rebuild the direction that they're going. So a lot of what we're going to be talking about during this session is how do we craft that to help out Maui, but realistically it helps out the whole state. I'm optimistic. I think our funding is there. It's a little concerning, but I think we've got the funding that we should be able to move the programs forward to help out Maui, but again, the whole state, because we'll be working on infrastructure, we'll be working on housing, we'll be working on workforce development, and the emergency response.
And how's that going?
Well, we're just starting. It's a kickoff right now. What happens here in this building, you have our legislative process. We have the House and the Senate. I'm a senator. Introduced, we have, well, last session we had almost 2,200 bills introduced, which means a lot of reading. Of that, only 200 passed. So it's just at the start of the process.
That's amazing. And I've also learned that you love and take care of animals. How's that going, even though you're a senator?
Well, what brought me to politics was agriculture. I have been a longtime cattle rancher. I'm a third generation cattle rancher. I am a veterinarian, and I do most of my practice has been working on livestock, cattle and horses. I was encouraged to go into politics by agriculture so I could give a voice to agriculture, because in order to do everything that we do, we have to have good public policy for agriculture. It means availability of lands, availability of water, availability of infrastructure. I was talked into politics by the Kamoala tomato people. I went to county council, seemed to do pretty well there, and then the availability of the state senate seat came open, so I agreed to try it, and here we are.
That's fantastic. Anything else you'd like to say to our audience?
Yeah, I really appreciate when young people get involved, and I love the fact that we have young people asking questions. What we do in this building, yes, is for Hawaii today, but realistically, the long-term planning is for your generation. So I like to hear your concerns. I have 9-year-old twins, and I hear their opinions all the time. So thanks for bringing them up.
Amazing. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, and look forward. Have good luck and good success in your next year.
Thank you. Have a great day. I'm Sophia Hassan Spear from Hickam Elementary, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary. Aloha, I'm Reagan Graber, and a fifth grader from Hickam Elementary School. And today I have here with me.
Jesse Mikosobe Kiali'inomo. Hello.
So, Mr. Jesse, how's your day been going?
Oh, it's a beautiful day to be here at the legislative opening. Seen a lot of like-minded faces, people we've seen before, and people are looking for good work.
So what brings you to the Capitol?
I'm actually here in representation for Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center, Elapai Social Services, and we're located far west in the Waianae Coast area, and a lot of our communities struggle from health illness, and particularly in this day of time, invasive species, which is coconut rhinoceros beetle. So we're looking forward to visiting the ag chairs. We're looking forward to visiting even the governor. Super excited.
So how much have you tried to help where you live?
Yeah, I've been doing this work since I graduated, and I knew that it was my kuleana, my responsibility to be of service to community. And the Waiana community is so different, yeah. And being able to come from the community and understand the community and speak towards the community, I think that brings great value. And I've been doing it ever since high school.
Um, do you have a lot of fun back at your house?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fun. You gotta have fun in order to do these things. And I tell people all the time, especially when I speak to students, I tell them, your job shouldn't have to be something you don't like. It should be something you enjoy. It should be something that is fun, and we make sure of it. We make sure we have a lot of fun.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to say to our audience?
Yes, I'll be happy to. Again, reflecting back on doing something you enjoy. Yeah, it's very important that you go and have fun. You choose a job or a career that you enjoy, and that you can pour your passion into. Super excited. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Aloha. Mahalo.
I'm Reagan Graber from Hickam Elementary, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Annabelle Hours, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I'm here with...
Nikki Winter.
So, what brings you to the Capitol today?
Well, we're hoping to garner support for a conveyance tax bill that will support homeless services and affordable housing.
And how will that help Hawaii?
Well, in the last 10 years, the funding for homelessness has not increased at all. And in the last 3 years alone, homelessness has increased tremendously, let alone the last 10 years. And we know that affordable housing or the lack thereof is a big problem here. So being able to have funds to be able to have services for homelessness and build affordable housing will absolutely 100% help the people of Hawaii, because in reality, there's nobody in Hawaii that is unaffected by homelessness or the lack of affordable housing.
And how are you planning to achieve this goal?
Well, we're hoping to talk to some of our legislators and see if we can help get their support, and then, just talk to community members and see if they'll come out and support the bill. And, there's power in voice, and there's power in people coming together to support something that affects everybody and that can help the entire state. And it's really everybody's kuleana to work together to help the people of Hawaii.
Well, thank you. Those are some great ideas. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we end?
No, I think the only thing that I'd like everybody to remember is we're people of Hawaii, and I think it's our responsibility to live aloha and be kind to one another. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thank you.
I'm Annabelle Hours, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Lily Zachary. I'm a 6th grader at Hickam Elementary School, and this is Olelo Youth Capital Commentary. And today I'm here with Representative Micah Ayu, representing House District 32, Aliamanu. So, Micah Ayu, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a really exciting day. This is my second opening day, and so it's really exciting. We got to welcome some new members to the House of Representatives today, so we're really looking forward to a strong session with 20 freshman members like Speaker was talking about earlier today.
What are your plans for this legislative session?
Well, as you know, I'm the vice chair for the Housing Committee. Housing is such an important issue for our state. We really need to figure out how we can offer more supply of housing, not only just regular housing, but also affordable housing. So we're looking at all of the different systems that we have in place to get a project off the ground from, the ground level to a completed project, and how we can simplify the transition or simplify the process and make it easier to encourage more people to go out and develop, and so we can also get cheaper housing as a byproduct of all of that.
And how are you going to get the funding for this housing?
Yeah, funding's always a tough issue to bring up, but we have a huge group of legislators that know that housing needs to be our state's top priority. So working with some of my colleagues, I think we're pretty confident that we can get a decent amount of money for housing. We're looking at, a huge infusion of funds into the rental housing revolving fund. So that's really going to help in getting more housing for our residents.
That's really cool. And is there anything else that you'd like to say to the audience?
I'd just like to say I'm really honored and thankful for my community that elected me to be in this position. I really want to advocate for them, and I know that housing and some of these other issues that we're tackling are so important to them, and I'm just grateful to be able to serve them.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
I'm Lily Zachary with Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Haley Woody, and I'm a fifth grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I have here with me.
I'm Diamond Kava'ahau.
So, Diamond, what brings you to the capital today?
Well, I want to learn more about Hawaii and where I come from.
Why do you want to learn more about Hawaii?
I want to learn more about Hawaii because I'm a proud Hawaiian and I'm proud to be here, and also to learn more about my kupuna.
Is there anything else you would like to say to our listeners?
I just want to say if you're Hawaiian, just keep going and never give up on your kupuna, and to always malama da'olala Hawaii.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Haley Woody, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Lily Zachary. I'm a sixth grader at Hickam Elementary School, and this is Olelo Youth Capital Commentary. And today I'm here with...
My name is Ruben Ignacio. I'm with Hale Maha'olu Personal Care Program.
So, what does your program do?
Oh, well, if you know about Hale Maha'olu, it's affordable senior housing, but I run a personal care program. And the personal care program, we take care of our kupuna. So I have nurse aides that go into the home, and they actually give personal care services like bathing, assistance with dressing and feeding, and even cleaning up the living space.
How do you get the funding for this?
Well, we go through the county for some funding, and even here at the state, we request some grant money to help.
That's really cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to our audience?
Oh, yes, definitely. You know, we take care of our kupuna, or even those who take care of the kupuna. We need to take care of them because they're caregivers. And we're all going to be there one day or another. I call myself a kupuna in training. And really, that's my plea, is to continue to remember our kupuna.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm Lily Zachary, and this is Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Reagan Graber from a fifth grader from Hickam Elementary, and today I have here with me
Senator Lorraine Inoue from Hilo, Hawaii.
So, Senator Lorraine Inoue, how has your day been going?
It's been very strenuous. I have gotten visitation since I got in this office. I've been on my feet, but I'm so happy that many people came to visit with me. And I didn't realize that my constituents from the Big Island were here as well, and many of them. You know, it costs a lot to get on a flight, and you wouldn't believe what I paid for my ticket because everyone's coming here to Honolulu. It was very expensive. So I was happy to see my constituents here today as well to come visit me.
So what are your goals for this legislative session?
Well, this session, and for the last 2 years, I am the chair of the Committee on Water and Land, and I'm the vice chair of the Committee on Transportation as well. And so my focus, as well as the focus for the Senate, and I can say, is to assist the Maui's, those affected by the Maui fires. So for me, the focus is going to be on energy utility resilience, so we can understand what happened with the fires on Maui, but also to see if we can create a task force to come up with a program, like a policy made up of a task force to understand and to make some improvements with the utilities like Hawaii Electric Light Companies and all the utility extensions of the same company on the neighbor islands in case there's disasters on any other island as well, aside and with the experience of the wildfire on Maui. We need to learn and understand what happened. And so our focus this year is going to be assisting the Maui's issues, whether it's the loss of housing, which they're experiencing right now. So housing is going to be important, as well as making sure that we complete the present school to replace the one that got damaged and fires. But that's a temporary structure that's going to be open in April. But we also need to find a permanent site for a new school and put it away from the Lahaina district and make sure it's on the upper grounds. There's many other areas. Housing, I think I mentioned that, affordable housing for our people, not only addressing the issues on Maui, but throughout the state.
How do you think that you will make the affordable houses?
The affordable housing, as you know, there's many of us here at the legislature. There's 25 senators and there's 51 House of Representatives. And so we all need to work together. But I think the goal for both the House and the Senate is to make sure that we create more housing for the people of Hawaii.
Have you gotten anything done with the housing?
If I haven't gotten anything done for housing, I am a member of the Money Committee, which is called the Ways and Means. We have provided resources and funding for our housing programs, which started a couple of years ago, millions of dollars to the agencies that would help create government housing projects. Yes.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to say to our audience?
Well, I'd like to say that I'm so happy you're doing the interviews today, just to show that you're capable of doing something with Olelo and learning the experience of interviewing people, but also that you are pretty much, I think, planning your own future. What do you want to do as you get older?
Well, now that I've been in our broadcast team, I think that I want to be like one of those people that are on the news.
Oh, okay. All right. And let me again say that I am the senator for the Senate District 1, which covers the area on the Big Island in East Hawaii from the towns of Pepekeo, Papaiko, Pauka'a, and all of Hilo. And I represent those constituents within my district. However, we are senators for the entire state, so our programs are helping not only those in my district, but also for the people of Hawaii.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm Megan Graber from Hickam Elementary, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Oh, hi. I'm Sophie Hasen-Spear from Hickam Elementary. And today I'm here with...
My name is Rick Collins with the Hawaii Alcohol Policy Alliance.
What brings you here today?
We're here really, we want to create safer communities across the state, and we're doing that by looking at ways we can prevent the harms of alcohol in our community. And one of the things that we're going to work on this year is safer roads and safer streets for people like you, Sophia, and families and residents and tourists. And the way that we're looking to do that is we want to reduce what they call the blood alcohol threshold. That means when someone is drinking and driving, we want to lower that. And by lowering that, we're going to prevent crashes on our roadways related to alcohol and deaths on our roadways. And so we're really excited to have the opportunity to save lives this year by doing that.
And how's that going?
Well, this is going to be, we've been doing this now for a few years, and we've been somewhat successful, but we haven't yet passed this law. We would actually only be the second state in the country to do this. But we think it's an opportunity for us as a state to really lead the charge here and really be a model to the rest of the country of a tried and true strategy and way to prevent alcohol-related crashes and death, and we think it's worth it.
That's awesome. Anything else you'd like to say to our audience?
I think I would just like to say good luck to you guys today, and thank you for taking the time to interview us.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Sophia.
I'm Sophia Hassan-Spear from Hickam Elementary, and you're watching Little Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Angie, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I'm here with...
Cobo Blanco from Ehunui Kaimalino.
So, what brings you to the Capitol today?
I just came here today to come to my school and share about my island and just ask people and interview them.
And how are you going to share about your island?
Just ask questions about how they feel about just Hawaii in general, the culture, and how they like it here.
Is there anything else you want to tell our audience about?
Just follow your dreams, stay true to yourself.
Thank you for your time.
Yep, guarantee.
I'm Angie, and you're watching LL Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, my name is Chistika Pani, and I'm in the 5th grade, currently attending Kawaihona Okinawa Public Charter School. Today I'm here with Kelsey. So Kelsey, what brings you here today?
Today we are here to ku'i at the Capitol. Even though that that bill and law has been signed into law, we are still here to support it and to continue to represent how we work in our school as a Hawaiian-focused charter school.
Who are you representing today?
I'm representing Mapunapuna Public Charter School from Waimanalo.
Can you explain a little bit about your school?
We are a Hawaiian-focused charter school that goes from kindergarten through 8th grade. Our school was inspired by the Mapunapuna Worldwide Voyage and founded by Nainoa Thompson.
So, do you want to say anything to your community?
I would like to say to my community that times may be rough, the storm may be thick, but you can get through it as we have through our two voyages and through our many years at this school.
Mahalo, and thank you for your time, Kelsey.
Of course.
Aloha, I'm Haley Woody, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. And today you're here with me, May Mizuno, representing, House District 29, representing.
House District 29, it's Kalihi Valley, portion of Lower Kalihi, and Kamehameha Heights.
So, May Mizuno, what are your goals for this year's legislative session?
Our goals for this year's legislative session is to help our mental health people and affordable housing, and we need more good health care.
How are you going to get good health care?
Pass good legislation for this year.
Is there anything else you would like to say to our listeners?
Yes, this is going to be my first time, so I'm going to work hard for all of you.
Good luck. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Haley Woody, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Ava Dahl from Hickam Elementary School, and I'm in the 5th grade. And today I'm here with
Elima DaCosta
and
Erin Hendershot.
So what brings you to the state capitol today?
I'm here at the state capitol to talk about gun violence. I've lost a child to gun violence, and I want to prevent that from happening to other families.
So how are you going to get people to help that?
Well, basically, I'm here to raise awareness about the impacts of gun violence on our community and ways that we can prevent gun violence throughout our communities, keep our communities safe.
Good, nice. So what brings you here too?
Well, I'm here for the same reason. I want to bring awareness to creating gun safety around storage of guns in the home. I want to keep our kids safe in schools, so we want to try to get legislation passed so that families with guns will have to notify the schools so that other families are aware when their child goes to another home if there is a gun there and if it is stored safely.
Nice. Do you have anything else you want to say to our audience?
Yes, actually, I would like individuals in our community to think about long range, looking at banning assault weapons because there's no need for anyone to have an assault weapon, and also gun lock boxes. So look for those issues to come up in the future, and please support Moms Demand Action. Thank you.
Do you have anything else to say to our audience?
I think Alima said it very well. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Ava.
You're welcome. I'm Ava Dahl from Hickam Elementary School, and I'm with Alelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Sophia Hassan-Spear from Hickam Elementary, and I'm a 4th grader. Today I'm here with...
Alopa Ikauria from Kekula o Ehunui Kaimalino.
So what brings you here to the Capitol today?
Today I am bringing my students to learn about the legislative process so that they can see the open legislature as well as understand how broadcast media works with the politics of the state of Hawaii.
How's it been going?
It's been going good. They have been picking up a lot of lessons, and we're happy to see that there's younger generations that are out here that are already doing their recording and already doing interviews and reports.
Anything else you'd like to say to our audience?
I'd just like to say that I'm astonished by how young you guys are and you guys doing this out here in the community and already been contributing to our community members.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Sophia Hassan-Spear, and you're watching Alelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Annabelle Ours, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I have here with me
Representative Daniel Holt.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Pretty good. So, what are some of your goals for this year's legislative session?
We have a lot of things going on this session. For me, I'm working on getting people back to work. Following the pandemic and the Maui wildfires, we're still struggling to get people back to work. So I'm working on a child and elderly care grant program so we can help businesses get some of their workers back to work. I'm also working on helping to diversify the economy by increasing our research and development tax credit, which should spur some investment and some new industries in Hawaii so we can have good high-paying jobs for when you guys grow up and need to find a job.
How is getting jobs going to help our community?
Well, right now, we need to get people more money. So we need better jobs so that they can have more money so that they can afford to live here and not have to move away to the mainland, and that you can do all of the things that you enjoy, all of the fun activities. So we need to make sure people have good jobs so they can afford those things.
And how are you planning to get people back into jobs?
Well, the child and elderly care grant program should help. You know, a lot of people can't go back to work currently because they need to watch their children or watch their elderly grandparents like I do. And so if we can help the businesses with the grant program, it should help them get back to work.
Those are some great ideas. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers?
Just thank you so much to the Hickam Elementary School for being here today. And I thank you guys for coming every year and doing such a great job.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Annabelle Hours, and you're watching Alelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Tamar Wachi from Hawaii Technology Academy, and I'm here with Representative Linda Ichiyama of District 31. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Thank you for having me.
So we just wanted to ask, what are your upcoming goals for this session?
Well, as co-chair of the House Interim Working Group on Wildfire Prevention, I hope to work on measures that will help address the causes of wildfires statewide and try to prevent future wildfires.
And how do you hope that will benefit both your district, the Maui district, and all of the districts on Hawaii?
Well, unfortunately, what we've seen over the past several decades is that Hawaii is increasingly vulnerable to wildfires. It's a combination of climate change, different weather patterns, more intense rains followed by periods of drought, as well as the decline of large agriculture plantations in Hawaii. So you have a lot of fallow or not maintained agricultural land. And then you have these large fuel loads, mostly invasive grasses. And so because Hawaii is experiencing such a growth in wildfires, trying to figure out how do we prevent and do better land management will hopefully provide safer communities.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Tamar Wachi, reporting from the Capitol.
Aloha. I'm Ava Dahl from Hickam Elementary School, and I'm in the 5th grade. And today I'm here with Sam Kong from District 33 and represents Aya, Halava, and Waimalu. So how are you doing today?
Oh, fine, Ava. I'm doing fine.
So what are your goals for this legislative session?
Actually, one of the goals is something called Certificate of Need. It's when the hospitals request a piece of equipment and they have to get a certificate of need to get that equipment. But somehow it's not working well because we have Mary Savio building who wants a piece of x-ray machine. They can't get it because Palimomi said no to the certificate of need. So it's kind of interesting how it works out.
I have a few questions. How do you think you can get some tourists, to Hawaii?
Oh, speaking of the certificate of need, medical tourism. I mean, what better place to get treated and get well but in Hawaii, right? It's beautiful, it's warm, and they can do it, but we still need to be able to service them. So hopefully if the certificate of need passes, yeah, we can do that.
And do you know how, we can better help the homeless here?
Well, I've been trying. I started Kauhales long before Josh Green has, the governor. But it's been a difficult role. It's not as easy as they seem to be, all these permitting and restrictions. It's hard, but I still will maintain and will try get more housing for them.
It's been an honor for me to talk to you today. So do you have anything else to tell our audience?
Oh, just one thing. It's Latin, but it's carpe diem. Seize the day. I want you kids or little ones to seize the day. Make every day count.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Ava.
I'm Ava Dahl from Hickam Elementary School, and you're watching Alelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Lily Zachary. I'm a 6th grader at Hickam Elementary School, and this is Olelo Youth Capital Commentary. And today I'm here with
Marlene Tanji. I'm with Hali Maha'olu's Home Ownership and Housing Counseling Program.
So, can you tell me a little bit more about your program?
Sure. Our company is located on Maui, and what I do is I offer homebuyer education classes, financial literacy. I work with homeowners that are facing foreclosure, and I try to keep them in the home. And so I work with the community at large, and we try to offer services that they pretty much need. And usually our services are free. Our homebuyer education classes, there's a fee for that, but we're a HUD-approved housing counseling agency, which means that there's a lot of first-time homebuyer loans, down payment assistance program that requires a HUD certification homebuyer education certificate. So this is what we provide for the community, just to help people understand the mortgage process, understanding what it's like to buy a home, how much they need to save.
So is this all over the island or just in Maui?
As a HUD-approved housing counselor, I can provide counseling services in the entire state of Hawaii, but I focus a lot on Maui because I'm from Maui. So right now we're also looking at helping the Lahaina families that are displaced by the fires. And so we try to help them find available rentals or trying to get their finances back on track.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the audience?
I guess with the HUD-approved housing counseling agencies, there's a lot of counselors that are out there. A lot of times people don't realize that the services are free and that, there's good for the community to help them stay in their homes or to purchase a home.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm Lily Zachary, and this is Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Ava Dahl from Hickam Elementary School, and I'm in the 5th grade. And today I'm here with...
Mana Olayan from God Forgive Bad Boys and Bad Girls.
So what brings you to the state capitol today?
Well, today we came to the state capitol to show some support and, kind of give our leaders in the community a little bit exposure of what we do in the community. Our ministry, our organization is built of ex-gang members, former addicts, homelessness, mental health. The list is long, but I have a group of men who came from that background. I came from that background too. And what we do, we go into the prisons, we go into the schools, we feed the homeless. And one of our biggest things that we do the neighborhood security walks, where we go into neighborhoods and we walk around the blocks and be security. But we're here today for support our leaders and see if we can come alongside with some of our community leaders out there. As I speak, we actually partner up with other nonprofit and organizations, other leaders in here, and pastors, and so on and so forth.
Great idea. Well, do you have anything else to say to our audience?
I just said that we got a slogan over here that we say, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, good job.
I'm Ava Dahl from Hickam Elementary School, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Annabelle Hours, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I'm here with...
I'm Dr. Sand. Nice to meet you, Annabelle.
So, what brings you to the Capitol today?
Well, we're in a group called Hawaii Dental Hui. So Dental Hui are a group of maybe 20 dentists who go around the island to help people, mainly in native Hawaiian homeless villages. So these are people that they have a lot of challenges with their teeth, they don't have a lot of insurance, and they don't have a lot of extra money. So we go around and try to help their smile get healthier.
And how is that going to help our community?
Good point. Our homeless people are a very vulnerable and valuable part of our village in Hawaii. And when one of our members of our village is sick, then we're all sick. So if they're in pain, if they don't have food, if they don't have housing, it affects us, every one of us.
Those are some great points. Is there anything you would like to say to our viewers before we end?
Sure. And about what makes you enjoy getting the voice of all these people at the Capitol?
I like hearing everybody's point of views.
Have you learned anything about health or science or homeless or how the democratic system works?
Well, we just started today, but I have been learning some stuff from you.
Okay. Well, one of the things I want to leave you with, and all of the kids in your crew, if you don't know it, every one of you leave a live plaque, bacteria plaque on your teeth. So your teeth are continuing to decay. So that means we'll have gum disease and cavities. If you brush your teeth once a day, at least 5 to 7 minutes, you're going to wipe out the plaque. And then you have to become skillful like your team. You have to practice, right? The second thing is if you take out processed food, snacks, and sugars in the drinks like colas, Gatorades, then you're not feeding the plaque. So you do those two things today, Annabelle, and then tomorrow you're going to have healthy teeth for life. And you're not going to see us. We're not going to have to drill on your teeth.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, aloha.
Aloha. I'm Annabelle Hours, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary. Aloha, I'm Haley Woody, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I have here with me Jana Takenuchi, House District 27, representing Liliha and Pacific Heights. So, Representative Jana Takenuchi, what are your goals for this year's legislative session?
I think a big focus I'm going to be doing this year is on mental health. I have a bill I'm introducing in partnership with the YMCA, and they actually want to bring mental health support programs to the public schools and after-school programs. So they talked to me about things they're already looking at doing, like helping kids do stress or kind of coping mechanism to kind of help them, when they're in a bad situation before, it escalates to kind of a serious thing. So hoping to get that to support students like all of you and others across the island.
Do you think your goal will work out?
I hope so. I think, after COVID and everything, I know you guys are really stressed in school. There's a lot of different things going on. So really kind of getting that extra support for people who might be struggling or might not even know they're struggling to help them kind of get resources to just be their best selves in school, I think is really important. So hoping to get that passed this year.
Is there anything else you would like to tell to our listeners?
Yeah, just I hope everyone has a great year in the session. Please participate in the legislative process. We're always looking for people to come down to the Capitol, share ideas. I think it's really important for the general public to be involved. So really great that students like you come and highlight us and learn about our process a little bit as well. Because I think that's the way everything works best for us when we have a lot of input from the community.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Haley Woody, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capitol Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Lily Zachary. I'm a 6th grader at Hickam Elementary School, and this is Olelo Youth Capitol Commentary. And today I'm here with
Kalani Warner, State Director of United Public Workers Local 646.
Can you tell me a little bit about your company?
We're actually a labor union. We represent 13,000 members statewide, county and state, and also private sector workers in hospitals and retirement homes. A job that you might recognize is we represent the custodial and cafeteria workers at public schools.
So you basically provide for these cafeteria workers?
We provide representation for their contracts to make sure that their benefits, their retirement package, and everything is done negotiated on their behalf.
So do you have any funding for this or?
It's through a membership. It's our monthly dues and our system that we're part of.
That's really cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to our audience?
No, this is a cool experience. We'll be able to come out every year. This is something annually that we do. It's part of what we believe is our civil duties that we do, that we represent all our families and we come out and represent them at the ledge and hold these individuals accountable to what we ask them to do.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Lily Zachary, and this is Olelo Youth Capitol Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Wade Gandy, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capitol Commentary. Today I have here with me is...
My name is Kavika Kahiapo.
So, Kavika Kabiaho, what brings you to the Capitol today?
Experiencing Open Day ceremony.
And why are you doing that?
Oh, I want to be participating in the system here. Be a part of the legislative system. Make sure I speak up to my representatives to let them know how I feel, and so that they can portray that onto the rest of the House and legislatures.
That's very nice. Would you like to say anything else to your audience?
No, I'm good for now. Just more people participating, the more that we'll be able to do here and make changes.
Thank you for your time.
Mahalo nui.
I'm Wake Gandy, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capitol Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Annabelle Hours, and I'm a 5th grader at Hickam Elementary School. Today I'm here with...
Representative Richard Onishi from Hilo.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Good to have you here.
Thank you. So, what are your goals for this year's legislative session?
Well, there's a number of them. I think one really important one is I have a bill that would make World Peace Day a state holiday in exchange for Good Friday. With everything that's happening in the world, I think it's appropriate that Hawaii recognize World Peace Day and make it a state holiday. The other bill that I'm working on is to help the state park in Hilo. We need a lot of improvements, and we are trying to make it more user-friendly so that it gets utilized a lot more. And so those are a couple of the things that I'm really working on.
So, how are you going to achieve the goal for Peace Day?
Well, I think a lot of my colleagues so far recognize the fact that, there are issues in the world that we need to address. And I think recognizing World Peace Day, really, Hawaii's the melting pot, and we have learned to live together, and so I think we're a great example of that. And it's going to take a lot of hard work to get it passed, but I think we can do it.
Thank you. Those are some great ideas. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we leave?
Well, one more thing that I'm working on is the Hilo Intermediate School gym needs to be replaced. So that's a huge one. There's almost 1,000 kids at that school. And so we're going to be working on trying to get funding to replace that gym too. And, I want to just say how great the job you guys do. And I hope everybody tunes in to watch all of your reports.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Annabelle Hours, and you're watching Olelo Youth Capital Commentary.